So I watched The Suicide Squad and it was pretty good. There were a lot of things I liked about it, but also a decent amount of things that I thought held it back. If you don't know, the Suicide Squad takes place in a DC Comics universe and follows a team of convicted supervillains doing a covert operation for the US government in exchange for time off their sentences. They must go to a small island nation and destroy something called Project Starfish. I thought the first 40 minutes of this movie were great. The humor landed, the story was interesting and going in unexpected directions, and there was a very likable cast of characters supported by great performances. Special shout out to the actors that play Polka Dot Man and Ratcatcher, as I was not familiar with their work before, but they did a great job in this movie, as did everyone else. Around the 40-minute mark though, the movie comes to a screeching halt that it never really recovered from for me. There's about 20 minutes straight of exposition, some of which is information about Project Starfish that is repeated several times and is quite redundant. During the whole middle, the plot also kind of stops for a bit. There's a few short action scenes, but they get to the Starfish base with relative ease. The middle segment isn't all bad. It does have some good bonding between the characters and we get to learn about their backstory a little bit more. It's interesting exposition mixed with not interesting exposition. Because they're back to back with each other, it makes the interesting stuff also seem kind of boring. There's also a lot of stuff that could have been cut. Like minor spoilers, but they did show this in a trailer. There's like a 25-minute subplot of Harley Quinn being kidnapped. There's some good jokes, but it's mostly uninteresting. She breaks herself out, and she's never in any real danger because she can easily dispatch everyone as she does. She never struggles in any of the fights, and we don't learn any important information during this entire segment. You could easily cut out most of this subplot and not lose anything from the movie. Rick Flag is also in this movie. He was in the first Suicide Squad and was really boring, and he's in this and is still really boring. His performance is good, but he doesn't really get a lot to do. He doesn't really get to banter off of the characters like the other characters are doing. All the characters have great chemistry and relationships with each other, like Bloodsport and Peacemaker have a big rivalry, but Rick Flag is just kind of there the whole movie. He does get some cool stuff to do towards the end of the movie, but for most of it he's just dead weight, just taking up space on screen. After a mostly dull middle segment, climax is pretty good. It has some very cool action scenes and some great humor, but it's really long and it gets repetitive after a bit. It's basically like 3 action scenes without a space. So we have similar beats of it looking like the heroes died and are gonna lose like 3 times in a 30-minute period. Also, they kill a really likable character for a cheap joke and it kind of made me mad. All in all, The Suicide Squad is a pretty good but not great movie. It meanders a little bit too much in the middle and could use some cuts. I would definitely recommend you see this film. It's a very fun, albeit flawed, action movie. Anyway, what's your favorite DC villain? Let me know in the comments below and be sure to like and subscribe for more content or else I'll put a bomb in your neck and force you on a suicide mission. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.